Hey, I'm Paul Hemsworth of Hemsworth Strength and Wellness. We're back here at the Trainer's Edge, and this week we're going to do something a little bit different. Janice is going to take some time off this week, and we're going to talk about training an athlete and show you some footage of myself training one of my athletes and what the difference is between the general population and athletic training. So here we go. So training an athlete is basically you have a lot of considerations to think about. So we've got coaching being one of them. So coaching in terms of psychological, physical, preparedness, making sure that the athlete isn't going into something just for the sake of a workout. They have a specific goal in mind and we're looking to develop them. So in some ways there's similarities between the general population and the athlete, but the athlete eventually gets a lot more specific work done in terms of their transfer to their sport. An athlete can be anybody from an elite athlete, somebody competing in competitions and trying to be the best in the world at their sport, or they can be a recreational athlete, somebody who's just trying to stay in shape through sport and find happiness through sport. So someone that competes in the odd 5K or just paddles for a living or climbs mountains. It doesn't have to be an elite athlete. So athletes generally are going to have to be very strong. So that's some of the biggest mistakes that some athletes can make, is that they don't lift, or some coaches make, is that they don't lift enough weight. They're going to have to be able to lift an amount of weight that's going to transfer to the load of their sport. So being able to withstand a lot of force. So a sprinter, for example, is going to have to, they're going to have to be very, very strong, because the amount of force that's coming into their body on every stride is absolutely astronomical. So they're going to have to be able to stay out there and be safe while they're doing it. And that's the big thing about athletes, is making sure that they're safe, but also making sure that they're progressing. A lot of athletes do have very good body awareness, and so it's much easier to teach them a movement right from scratch than it is somebody who's never really done any type of weight training before and has no idea, what a neutral spine means, or how to keep their shoulders away from their ears, or whatever, something like that. So just remember, you don't have to be an elite athlete to train like an athlete. As long as you're training for life, that's all you need. Stay tuned next week, and Janice will be back, and we'll have more tips from Hemsworth Strength and Wellness.